And I honestly feel like that's what happened with that relationship. I truly feel like right people, wrong timing. Um, and what further confirms it for me is it's not like just my own opinion. What further confirms that for me, that notion or that fact, because it's fact. What further confirms that for me is because he was told by God that I wasn't ready and to give me time. And the Lord also told me, like, you're not ready. Like, I'm working on you. Like, you're you're not mature enough for this type of relationship. You're mature enough for a worldly relationship. Sure, go, but God didn't say that to me. Of course, He doesn't want me to be in a worldly relationship, but I'm equipped for that. I'm equipped for that. I'm equipped for that because there's not much you have to. There's not many requirements, So I'm equipped for that. But to be spiritually matured for a godly relationship, I was not ready. Like I was not ready. And so the Lord told me that, and He told him that, but we chose to be disobedient, and we did it our way, and we rushed, and it failed because I wasn't ready. You know what I mean? It failed because of me. Because I wasn't ready. I wasn't spiritually, I knew nothing about spiritual warfare. Like, I knew nothing about spiritual warfare and demonic attacks. The type of attacks I saw, demonic attacks, or spiritual warfare, what I saw was people possessed. A demon living in them. I didn't know anything about spiritual warfare and the enemy trying to attack my relationship, because it's going to bring me into my destiny. You know what I mean? I didn't know nothing about that. You know what I mean? It was like I did I didn't know spiritual warfare was normal. Like, you know what I mean? It's like I didn't know. So I didn't know how to fight. I didn't know I was in a fight to even know how to fight. Like, I didn't even know to have my guard up because I didn't know I was in a fight. You have a fight and you're prepared. You know what I mean? You beefing. You beefing. You got an enemy, and if that enemy run up, you fighting. Now, let me say this. I knew I had an enemy in Satan. But I had been in that battle of my own pity, party, and depression, and self-worth issues. I had been living in that for so long that I didn't even think that could come up and destroy everything that could have been. I had no idea. I was unaware. I was ignorant to that fact. I was so blind. I went at the end of our relationship. What actually ended our relationship, I went into a dark place that I usually go to. It was very familiar to me, but I went to this dark place that I go to in order to get away from everybody, and I don't want to be around anybody that I felt like would judge me for being in this dark place and being comfortable in this dark place. Like, I wanted to run from all light. I didn't even seek God. I never did. I'm just thinking about it. I'm thinking back. I didn't seek God when it happened. When my mom got sick, and she was rushed to the hospital a couple times, like a couple days in a row, and her blood pressure was just dropping, and that's no good. So I was just like out of my mind, worried about her. On top of that, I'm trying to sustain this new relationship. On top of that, I'm trying to cut off this old relationship emotionally and mentally, and it's just like I'm trying to build a relationship with God. On top of that, I got Satan over here hitting me with all his old tricks that I fall for. So it was a lot going on, and then I still had to go to work. So there was a lot going on, and I wasn't seeking God at all. I didn't pray about it at all. That's where I failed. I didn't fight back at all because I never fought back. I wasn't used to fighting back, so I would just let it. I would just let it fester. I would let the enemy win. For a couple of days, I would just be down and out. Like, yeah, knock me out, and I just be down and out for like 4 or 5 days, maybe 3 to 5 days. I just be out, knocked out in the bed somewhere, crying, somewhere walking around, feeling like I have nobody. In a room full of people, feeling so alone. Like I would leave myself. I would put myself there like I was punished. I think I was punishing myself unconsciously. Wow. When I be talking on this camera, I be unearthing some things like and because you speak through it, you actually this here is a part of my healing, and I see why now. The Lord wanted me to speak on camera because I had a problem with being vulnerable, and I had a problem with being truly honest about where I was with people, with others. I had a problem with being vulnerable with others. I had a problem with being true about where I was with others. I had a problem with facing my fears, and I had a problem with challenging myself. Never wanted to challenge myself. And this page here, speaking on this camera here, is more than just me speaking on this camera. And it's more than just a YouTube page for me. This is therapeutic for me. This is so freeing. It's so liberating to sit here and to speak freely to whomever may watch, and may be dealing with anything that's similar, or know somebody is who is. I'm so glad that I faced